I'm Coach Ledbetter with Training Valley. You can see more information on trainingvalley.com or speedagilitystrength.com. What I want to explain to you right here is why we train for speed. Why do we want to train off of a 45-degree angle? Okay, you can see this position right here. My foot could probably be a little bit farther back to get me on a better angle, but I'm using the wall to stabilize. Why do I do that? As a coach, why do I train my athletes in wall drills? Okay, these are called wall drills. Well, we're going to show this video right here, and we're going to show you exactly right there. That's the angle that you sprint on. Okay, when you have your athletes start, if you'll put a video camera on them, you should see this 45-degree angle right there. That's their first step. You have a knee drive, dorsiflexed ankle. That foot's going to plant and push, and the second step you're still going to be on that 45. Okay. Now I was just running about a 5-step here, so I stood up. But my second step, you're pretty much still on that 45. You got a knee drive, dorsiflexed ankle. Okay. Now that we know why we do wall drills, let's look at some wall drills. Okay. We're going to look at. I believe we're going to look at these right here. Okay. Now, this is the first drill is a march. Okay, all you're doing is teaching the athlete not to use hamstrings during this drill. When I say that, okay, that's all hip flexor work. Okay, your hip flexor is right at this area. You do not see the heel go to the butt. That's all hip flexor, and that's exactly how the drive face should be. Notice the toe is up. Dorsiflexed ankle. This is a wall drill. Now, again, I need to be about 6 inches back, okay? But this puts me on enough 45 to where I feel like I know, I can feel the difference, okay? So let's just watch the video. This is wrong. This is what you don't want to do, okay? What happened right there was as the athlete took a step, he doesn't replace his foot where it came from. It steps in front of him and he starts to stand up. So let's see that again. So he's on a 45. He takes a good first step. It's a little too far. Now watch where this foot placement is, and it's going to stand him up. Okay, that one was a good one. This is bad. You don't want to be curved. You don't want to have your arms bent, head down, and that curve. You do not want to have that curve. All right, let's go back so you can see him stand up. Okay. Alright, so this is the good one. Now this is where it starts to get bad. That's a good step. That's leading for a good step. No hamstring, all hip flexor, but watch what happens. Placement, placement, and now the athlete's standing up. You do not want that to happen during your wall drills. You want to stay back on that 45. Okay? This one's a pretty good one. You don't want flexion. You don't want the athletes to be flexed at the spine. You want them to extend the spine. You don't want flexion right here on the elbows, head down. This would be a bad wall drill. Okay, now we're going to go back to some good ones. Okay, this is toe down. That's what toe down looks like. If your athletes are on their toes, this is a huge mistake for especially high school strength coaches that are just now getting into using these kind of drills. Athletes do not need to be on their toe. This is plantar flexion. This is toes down. Okay, they do not need to be on their toes during these drills. They need to be on the ball of their foot. You see how that switched to toes up? I need toes up on this back foot too. Right there. So now I got dorsiflexed ankles. Now I'm going to do the drills. Right there. The whole time that ankle's dorsiflexed. And that's a learned skill. That's what happens if you go on your toes. You're going to put a break. His toe's going to strike the ground. He's going to break. Right there. That's a break. That's what we call a break. And then he's going to drive. You don't want that to happen. You want the toe up, ready to recover. Dorsiflexed ankle. All right, now that was a march, okay? Very slow movement. The next drills we're going to do, you're going to see a 1 count, a 2 count, and a 3 count. Okay, the 1 count is just one. You'd say, go! And he'd drive. That's a 2 count. 1, 2. That's a 3 count. 1, 2, 3. Now, what you're looking for on these 2 counts is that each leg is driving, okay? Each knee drives up. That knee's on its way up, and that knee goes up. Okay, so that was our 3 count. I want to be sure that on all 3 knee drives, each knee comes up. Okay, the next video we're going to watch is some bad mistakes that we do. Okay, these are going to be some. This is what not to do. Okay, you see how that's a 2 count. That's a bad 2 count. See how that knee's not driving? We're going to look at the right knee. Watch this right knee not drive. That's as far as it gets. Remember how this one looked right here? Remember how that one looked? I need that knee drive. I need that knee drive the whole time. If you see your athletes doing this and they're just speeding through it, it's not going to do them any good. The whole point of a wall drill is to get that knee drive. Knee drive, boom. See how that right knee's not driving? That's what I need right there. Boom. I need that with speed. That's initially your first 2 steps of your 40. Okay? If you can produce that on the wall with speed and a good knee drive, you're going to be all right. Now, this is hamstring activation. I don't want to see that. This pisses me off. I don't want to see this when I'm coaching an athlete for a drive phase. If as a coach you see that heel go towards that butt, you have a major problem. You need to go back to square one with your athletes. Okay? You cannot have hamstring. That's not. You need hip flexor. Hip flexor. That's what it should look like. Okay? Now, this is my 3-point start. I'm going to explode out, and I'm going to go right into my 45. That's why we do wall drills on a 45. Okay? And back to the main reason why, right there. When I sprint, when anybody sprints, they're in that 45. For about 5 strides is all. Okay. The next video I'll do, I'm not going to do it right now. We'll do it on how to prepare the hip flexor for activation, and we're going to do A skips.